This feels like it might be the biggest match of the save so far. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Careering Onwards with me, Mr. Grand 2, here at Liverpool, and we have got, well, we're going to go for a 3-game special today, 3 absolutely massive matches in the league and in the FA Cup as well as we continue into 2026 in the save. Well then, hope you're well, and well, things have been continued as ever, pretty good, not perfect, not ideal, but pretty good, since last time. What happens is we keep having an opportunity to close the gap on Man City and then not taking it. That seems to be the story of the season so far. But since last time, we started off with a disappointing 1-0 defeat to Arsenal. Alexander Phillip getting the goal for them. He's good. He's really good. It was quite an even match, all things considered. It could have gone either way. We probably had the better chances, certainly in the first half. But they got the only goal and we didn't score, and that's really it. Very frustrating though, but a 4-0 win against Aston Villa. It was 0-0 at half time, not a single highlight in the first half. But second half response, very much so. 2 goals from Mohamed Salah, 1 from Rodrigo Bentancur, and then Jamal Lewis with an absolute screamer, not unlike the one he scored for Norwich in real life against Leicester recently. A 3-1 win against our Merseyside rivals. Everton, brilliant performance, absolutely fantastic. Best for a while, a goal early on from Moussa Dembele, and then Vujovic scored before half time, and Mohamed Salah did as well. It was over by then. They got a goal back from Richarlison, who's still there, but the job was done in the first half, and another 3 points on the board. Second string did beat York in the FA Cup. They're back in the Football League after a long time away, which is good to see. It looks like they're going to get promoted into League One as well, potentially. Our reward for that is a game against Chelsea away from home in the 4th round. We could have been drawn against Luton, Rotherham, Middlesbrough, MK Dons, but no, we got Chelsea away because obviously extremely frustrating. But we will play that today because we've got 3 massive games. We're going to play all 3 of them, I think, and the other result was against Chelsea away from home. It was a 0-0. We didn't lose, which was good, but I'm not sure how we didn't win because we hit the woodwork twice, 3 clear-cut chances. We were very unlucky not to score. There was a couple of chances where the ball rolled along the goal line, that kind of thing, but it didn't go in, and it was 0-0. So what that means is before the Man City game, it's pretty much as we left it off last time in terms of the gap. 2 points behind. They have lost, so they've drawn 2 games in their last 4, which has meant that our own defeat and draw haven't mattered really, in the sense that the gap is still 2 points. It's gone down to 6 points clear of Manchester United, but 10 points clear of Chelsea now. So we're looking. And 15 points clear of Arsenal too, so we're very strong for Champions League qualification, which of course is all the board want, but we want to be trying to win the league as well. And then the game today against Manchester City is going to take a huge step towards deciding how that's going to go, although knowing us, we'll probably win it and then just lose the next 2 or something. Now it is January. I've not made any transfers in, but we have had 2 players leave the club. Fabinho, first of all, 23.5 million to PSG. I didn't really want to lose him. He's still a very good option, but he was constantly moaning about not playing all the time, so said he could go, and to get some money for him isn't too bad. Jose Jimenez wasn't really moaning, but he said he wanted to leave for a new challenge, and he was never going to play because he was like our 6th choice centre-back. Made sense to get some money for him. He's gone to Shanghai for £28 million. We could maybe bring in another midfielder. I think at this stage I'm probably going to wait until the summer because we don't have loads of money to spend. I don't want to get in someone average. I'd rather get someone who is going to be really worth it. So we'll wait until the summer for that one. I am a little bit concerned about strikers. Moussa Dembele is doing okay, but Roberto Firmino's goal scoring appears to have dried up. We will keep an eye on it, but definitely something for this summer to think about. But it's time. Manchester City versus Liverpool at the Etihad. It's a huge match. Obviously, we did beat them 4-1 quite comfortably in the game at Anfield earlier on in the season, but this is going to be a little bit different, you would think. The team is looking nice and fresh, raring to go. Hopefully that can keep it up for all 3 games today, because we're going to need a full-strength team really for all of them. But it will be Alisson in goal, Lewis, Foucher, Van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold at the back, De Jong, Bentancur and Paqueta in the middle of the park, Vujovic and Salah on the wings, Dembele up front as well. That is just a feeling that we'll then go and lose to Arsenal, or we'll lose to Huddersfield again, won't we? It's just inevitable, right? So it's just so strong, so many excellent players. Fabio Silva, Moise Kean up front, João Felix on the left hand side, and still got Raheem Sterling. Is he even 30 yet? He's 31, but still very good. So we've not been as good away from home. We're a lot better at Anfield, but we've got to try and do it today. The odds are against us, but we're not going to say that really. Let's win this one for the fans so we can go top of the table. They're not bothered by it, but we'll go for the old classic to sort of motivate them a bit more, and let's hope we can do it. I mean, I think a point wouldn't be too bad, but we can't rely on everyone else to cut the gap, so we need to try and do it ourselves. Vujovic is in early on, hits the post, and potentially they can counter from that. I mean, Moise Kean's running through, Alisson makes a save. That would have been very, very unfortunate if they'd scored from that, given how well we did to fashion that chance. Not much else happening in this first half until now, though. It's City coming forwards. Well, we force them all the way back to Edison, and we don't get any sort of lucky mistake out of it. And there's space for Ben Chilwell on the left-hand side to find a ball in. Trent Alexander-Arnold, though, excellent tackle, but he's giving it straight back to them. And it has a certain inevitability about it. Tavares on the right-hand side, and Mateo Kovacic steals in to get the goal. So great work from Trent on the right. Not quite so great on the left from Jamal Lewis. He's way out of position. What is he doing? He doesn't track the run particularly well. Lets the cross come in, and then Kovacic just phases through Van Dijk, and there we go. Right, half time, and they're dominating. We haven't done much, and there's a reason why we're 1-0 down. I mean, we did hit the post early on through Vujovic. That was a good opportunity, but we haven't really built on that one. Time is rapidly disappearing. It's these away games against the other top sides. We're doing pretty well at home for the most part, but not making the most of our skills away from home really. Let's make some changes, freshen it up. I'm going to switch to the other system, I think, because we've not shown anything since that opening highlight where we hit the post. We might as well go attacking again. I mean, there's so many games that are sort of similar situations where we have a great chance. We don't take that chance, they take a chance, and then just nothing else happens for the rest of the game, really. I mean, it was pretty even in terms of possession. I'm going to say I'm disappointed, because even though it was away from home, I was disappointed because we could have done that. One clear-cut chance, it was for them. Just for 4 shots on target to their 6. We didn't really deserve to get much out of the game. A draw would have been okay, but it's a very costly defeat. It's just something, we just lack that sort of cutting edge in games like that. Very, very even, fine margined games. That's what costs us. I mean, obviously we dropped silly points and games against Bournemouth and Huddersfield, and the Wolves game as well, but it's just frustrating, and it's probably why we're not going to end up winning the league in the end. Once again, we're relying on other teams slipping up. We've been getting that lucky break, but now with a 5-point gap, even a defeat for Man City doesn't really matter. Very frustrating indeed, but we're going to play Arsenal in 3 days' time. We've got to pick ourselves up. We've got to go for it again. We're at home in this one, so hopefully that gives us an advantage, and all we can do is just keep trying now and hoping that Man City drop points. Right then, Arsenal need to immediately bounce back. Do we need to shake the team up a little bit? I think maybe we do. We'll bring in Salvador for Lucas Paqueta, who's not been amazing recently. Vujovic as well. He has been very good overall. Is it 90 million good? I'm not sure. That probably is mostly inflated by the fact of his age. But 9 goals, 4 assists, not too bad. But he does kind of disappear, and his average rating is dropping as a result. He's either phenomenal or he's kind of does nothing. We'll keep him in there for now, though. Let's see what we can do. We need to get a win. Otherwise, our title challenge is going to be fading fast. I just skipped past the Arsenal team, but obviously we lost to them last time. We need to see if we can turn that around this time. Right, Arsenal team, they've still got Leno, Bellerin and Kieran Tierney. They've got Alessandro Martinez, though. Obviously a very solid player. They've got James Maddison, Kingsley Coman, and we know the dangers of Philip up front. Right then, Moussa Dembele's in early on, and he has seen his shot saved. He's another one who's a little bit hit and miss. I think we definitely need a new striker in the summer to compete with him, because I think Firmino has unfortunately had his day. Fulham drawing with Manchester City after City taking the lead in that one. As we take the lead here, Moussa Dembele immediately answers my slight criticism of him with a finish as a header, I'm assuming, as it was from a free kick. He does. He rises, absolutely just flies up there like he's on springs, and we've got the lead. Now, Fulham now leading against Man City. This is huge. Right, Moussa Dembele's in again, another great opportunity, and he is unable to convert. I think he's offside as well. But we're leading. City losing. That could instantly fix the issue of our defeat to them if we can keep what we're doing up, and hopefully Fulham can as well. Salvador gets the ball knocked down to him. It's gone back to Lewis. De Jong flicks it forwards, and Moussa Dembele's in again, and Vujovic provides the assist. Well, there we go. Being at home seems to be the key. Salvador with a good run gives it to Jamal Lewis, who gives it back to De Jong. I mean, the ball from De Jong is fantastic. The knock on from Vujovic, and then Moussa Dembele with a close finish, his 14th of the season, and we will go in at the break leading, with Fulham beating Manchester City and going some way at the moment to cutting the gap. This would bring the gap back down to 2 points after we did so brilliantly extend it to 5 by losing to Man City. But as I say that, Man City equalise. We're doing what we need to do though. Moussa Dembele on a hat-trick now, gives it off to De Jong. Bentancur finds Mohamed Salah. It's got a bit of space. It's gone back to Dembele, and Vujovic with a shot, which is a pretty tame effort from him. Well, this is instantly what we needed. If we can still see it out, there's still time for Arsenal to come back into it, especially with balls like that, although Alexander-Arnold doesn't quite win it back, and Arsenal can still potentially come forwards here. If we can see this out, it would be huge, so let's not muck it up. Kingsley Coman on the right-hand side wants to impress me as France manager, doesn't on that occasion, actually he does. He impresses me because obviously I want to win this game. Mohamed Salah has it on the left, cuts inside. He's going to go for a shot. He is. It's saved by Leno, parried by Leno, straight into the path of Moussa Dembele, who completes a well-deserved hat-trick, responding to any criticism from his manager or indeed anyone else about potential lack of goal return. He's impressing me with the World Cup on the horizon. Close finish from the Frenchman, who we are lucky to have for both club and country. I'm taking off the entire front three because I don't want any injuries. Alisson making a save from that Arsenal. I think this is one of those fake highlights, isn't it? Or maybe not. Trent on the right-hand side. Good run from him. Beats the Arsenal defender. It's gone to Firmino. Son is there. Good chance, which is well saved by Leno. De Jong with a free kick late on. Can we get another one? We hit the crossbar, and then Salvador is there to put in the loose ball. 4-0. 4-0, excellent performance, and just what we needed after what happened against Manchester City. Virgil van Dijk flicks it on. Son tries to get it in there. Salvador cannot believe his luck, smashing home. And it's a dominant performance and an excellent win. A brilliant way to respond after the Man City defeat. Get revenge against Arsenal as well. Fantastic stuff. Now, did Man City drop points? Yes, they did. It was only a draw rather than a defeat, but still they dropped points, and the gap that was 5 because of our own failure has now been cut back down to 3. Now that is definitely good, definitely improved, but we are going to play one more game today because it's a big game and we don't want to miss out on it. Obviously we're out of the EFL Cup, and now we have to play Chelsea in the 4th round of the FA Cup. We want to win the FA Cup just like we want to win the Premier League and everything else as well. So we're going to play this one, as it is a very unfortunate choice of opponent when we could have had somebody in League Two or something. Right then, Chelsea's still managed by Frank Lampard. He's still there, still going. He's won a couple of FA Cups, a couple of League Cups with Chelsea, and we're going to hopefully deny him another one today here at Stamford Bridge. It's going to be difficult. Obviously the league game was difficult too. It's another game for these guys, but I don't see any need to rotate because their fitness is still pretty good. Everyone's over 95%. We've had a little bit of a rest in between, and let's just go for it. See if we can get ourselves another win rather than another defeat. 2 wins in an episode would be quite good. We are away from home. Obviously our form's not as good away from home. I mean, we could use the other system, but that seems to have sort of stopped being effective ever since they did that, well, certainly since the January update patch. So I don't know, I think we'll probably stick with the existing one. But Chelsea going pretty much full strength as well. They've got to Heath Jong, which is quite funny. But Jadon Sancho, they've got Gabriel Jesus up front, Mason Mount still there, Halcyon Mawar as well, Ampadu, Christensen and Reece James. Regulion Kepa still there. They've got a regen here. Christoph Nicholas. I mean, as a deep line playmaker, he's really good. He'd be quite nice to have. I don't think we're going to be able to get him, but we can try. So then, I'm going to say I expect a win today because I really want to win the FA Cup. I think it's probably, of all the tournaments, I've played quite a few saves this year. The FA Cup is the thing that I've basically not won, and we never won it in Chelsea Challenge. I think I've won it once in one other save, so really would like to win it. But Chelsea instantly attacking Gabriel Jesus with a fierce shot, which Alisson saves. Can we work something ourselves? Vujovic on the right hand side lays it off to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Lots of space for him. He goes inside, and maybe not the best option. Could have gone a bit further. It's gone straight to Kepa, who can immediately then kick it back down the field for a potential chance for them. Although we managed to get away with it. De Jong gets it back. Lewis beats his man. Back to Salvador. Mohamed Salah on the right hand side, and there we go. I think it was Vujovic, either Vujovic or Dembele, hits the crossbar. Excellent stuff. De Jong, Salvador, Vujovic. Well, we're certainly more involved in this game. Vujovic across, Dembele can't quite get his feet right and doesn't get the shot away. Will we regret that chance? We keep hitting the woodwork in games. The amount of chance, I think we've hit the woodwork more this season than at any other point in the save. Certainly been a good start for us though, but then that's happened in other games and we've ended up not getting anything out of it. Bentancur wins the ball back from Aouar though. Salah with a flick ball forwards to Vujovic. Is he going to take a shot on? Yes, he is. And Marko Vujovic gets his 10th of the season. I was not expecting him to score from that position. He does tend to go the wrong way quite a few times. His decision making needs to improve, but he's still a young man, and that was definitely the right decision. Lovely finish from him across Kepa's body into the far corner, and we have got a deserved lead after the first half hour. I was going to say our fitness is looking a lot better than theirs, but instantly as I say that, Vujovic is injured. Lower leg injury. Not good at all. We'll bring on Son Heung-min. It looks like Nicholas got injured at the same time for them, but he's not gone off. Very frustrating. Chelsea immediately breaking. Lewis intercepts, although it's a poor clearance straight to Aouar, and Reece James on the right hand side. Salah goes in on him, doesn't get the ball back though, and I'm not happy with that. Sancho across, it's bouncing down. He tries again, and then Gabriel Jesus is there, and our brilliant opening seems to have come to an end. Not just with the equaliser. I'm more worried about the injury, to be honest. Sancho across, it's a poor clearing header. And then he gets another go, the tackle's missed, and Gabriel Jesus scores. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for Vujovic. It's £90 million worth of a player on the treatment table. Really can't be dealing with that. But we have been the better team. That is a fact. Let's see if we can motivate them a bit more for the second half and go out there and see what you can do. Son apparently has lost focus, which is great. I mean, we've got to see what we can do. I don't want to replay because the fourth round still goes to replays, I believe. I really could do without a replay. That would be good. Let's try and win it here today. Nothing happening though. Dembele, after his brilliant goal-scoring performance against Arsenal, not having a good game, so we'll take him off. Salvador also very good against Arsenal, but not today. We'll bring Lucas Paqueta back on and just try and get the breakthrough. I think we feel a little bit shell-shocked after the injury to Vujovic. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looks like it will be. And there's a highlight before the 90 minutes are up. It's Chelsea coming forwards. We've done nothing since the injury, really, and certainly since they scored. Trent, though, wins the ball back. He looks like we've been crowded out. He's giving it off to De Jong. Paqueta in space, beats his man, goes forwards. If we can nick a late winner, that will at least be something. Lewis across, Paqueta across, Roberto Firmino off the bench. Lucas Paqueta off the bench with the assist, flicks his header in, and we have got the lead, which, certainly our first half hour performance merited. Paqueta in, Firmino rises highest. He hasn't scored for a while, but he scores a very important goal there. 2-1, can we see it out? There's another highlight into injury time. We're on the ball though. Virgil van Dijk under pressure, but we got it away. Back to Alisson at least. Voucher finds Jamal Lewis, and we just do something sensible here. That's not sensible. That's not sensible at all. That's not sensible at all. Jamal Lewis with one of the worst passes of all time, giving the ball away. I mean, what? He was under a little bit of pressure, but why would you do that? Why would you do that? We'd won the game, and he has just completely, utterly done something. It's not even like it's going to go to extra time. We're going to have to play a replay now. You've increased the amount of fixtures we're going to play. We were going to win. We were going to win. How stupid can you be? And there we go. Very disappointing in the end to throw that away. Apparently, it was excellent. Well, I'll say that. But Jamal Lewis is getting very publicly told off for an absolutely appalling pass. But we're still in the FA Cup. I suppose there's that. But another game to play. And how badly injured is Vujovic? That could well affect the rest of our season. Pulled calf muscle, 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, right. That's a relief. It's not a broken leg. That's at least something. So there we are, a win, a defeat, and a draw as well. It's a shame we didn't hold on and win that one. If Jamal Lewis had maybe been, slightly more sensible, then we would be through to the next round without the need of a replay. Well, you'll find out what happens in that replay next time, because next time we'll be back for the game against Bayern Munich and also probably Tottenham as well. Bayern and Tottenham seems like a good idea. The first round of our first knockout round tie against the German side. So there we are then. We're still in 3 competitions. We may well only be in 2 when you come back next time, and depending on what happens in the league, we could really only be in 1. But that is going to be the end of the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss the next one. And I will see you next time.